Hi everyone, this is Ray with the education team from Swirlydoos Kit Club, and this is a tutorial which is an anatomy of a layout for the May kit, May 2013. I'm using the pink paisley papers and the ruby rocket paper out of this. And so to start, my background is going to be this green piece of paper which I've gutted. And I've cut a 10-inch circle out of there, so there's 1 inch along, it's a 1-inch frame. So I've already inked all of these, I just need to distress them. So that's going to be my base, and this is going to be the next because I love lots of layers, and I'm going to give this a ruffle cut. I'm just going to take my scissors and do a wavy motion. There we go. Now that I've got my little wavy lines on here, I'm going to go ahead and distress it some more. Now that I've distressed that, I'm going to go ahead and take some chalk ink and run it across very quickly. And I'm going to use the Prima Dark Bark chalk ink. Okay, now I'm just going to kind of turn up some of the edges. Just distress even more with my fingers. And I can fiddle around with that some more, but I'm going to go ahead and glue it down. And if you decide to gut your paper like this, just remember not to go like this with your glue, because it will have nothing to hang on to. So just keep it close to the edges. This is the ruby rocket paper that came in the kit. It had another piece that had some little circles on there, but I've cut this part out and I'm just going to use this circle. And I want to pull out some of these blues. I want to make sure that that's represented in my layout because I think it's so pretty. And we got some Bolivian blue Silks ink, or Silks acrylic glaze, excuse me. And I am going to see if I can use a stamp in order to put this on. Just going to try it out. Hopefully it will work. And this is a rollograph stamp. You could use any stamp that you have. And my intention here is to avoid the outline. I don't want this to go all the way from edge to edge. So a lot of that's going to be covered up anyway, but I wanted to get that blue on there. And now that I've done that, this has stitching on there already. It came that way. I'm going to twist these up a little bit. Give it some dimension. I'm going to set that there for now. I'm not quite sure what else I want to do just quite yet. And now I want to use this piece of paper. This is a piece of the green base, and it is 3 by 6. And I've already inked it. Disperse it a little bit. And I also want to use these circles that I've cut. This came in a panel, but I've cut them off. I think I want it to go somewhat like this. Cut that to size here. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5 circles. and 4 3/4 of the other one. I'm going to paint these blue too, using the same Silks paint. To do this, I'll take any paint that isn't completely dry off, exposing more of that copper color. We also got this green rickrack that came in the kit. I'm going to see if I can't incorporate that in some way. Maybe weave it in and out over here. Before I commit entirely, I want to finish putting the rest of my things on here. I'm definitely going to be adding some flowers. We got 2 different packages of flowers this month, which is totally exciting. They're the same kind of flowers. They're the petaloo, stackables, and they come with these really pretty centers. So I've mixed the green and the orangey color. It's going to be something like that. And we also got this piece of felt by Ruby Rocket. And this is the shape, but I've cut it up. And I'm going to be using these pieces that I cut. And we also got a bunch of these little journaling pieces. I think I'm going to incorporate a couple of those in here somehow, some way. So now I think I'm going to glue the rest of this down and then just start committing to how I want it to go. So I've glued down everything that I wanted to put on there that I said in the beginning of the video, and I went ahead and I cut up some of these felt pieces from the Ruby Rocket piece. And I wanted to add a title, so I went ahead and picked out another one of these little journaling tags, and I distressed it, and I inked it again with the Dark Bark Prima chalk ink. And I also cut this out with my Cameo using the Prima paper that looks like black lace. So I just glued that down in the center, and I think it will go well right there. And that is all I am going to add to this page, so I'm calling it done. And just to let you know, whenever we do an anatomy, this is our first video anatomy that we're doing, all of the things that you see on this page come in the main kit. So if you only get the main kit, you can still make this. The only thing that you may have trouble with is if you don't have a Cameo, you might not be able to print something like that out, but if you have a Cricut, you could do something similar, or you could even just use some alphas of your own. But every embellishment on here is from the main kit. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and let me know how you liked it. And be sure to get the kit if you don't already have it, and check out swirlydoos.com. Thanks for watching.